Welcome to English for Academic Purposes. This course will be focused more on reading and writing. The requirement of typing your name in the chat will be for every session. This is how I will take the attendance. Each session will be recorded. You can call me Lana. If you entered the platform, you could see the introduction activity. Just introduce yourself, tell us things that you'd like to share. Today, mainly, I will be talking about what this course is about, how to pass this course, what things you are going to do, submit, what is required to have a full credit, okay? And the minimum, let's say, passing credit. And if you enter the platform, you could see that there are 7 units. 7 units are main units with the materials, with the tasks. And each unit has the value of 12%. So 7 multiply 12, the overall, right, the total will be 84. Unit 8, this is your final task. End of course task is worth of 16%. So let's take just one unit as example, unit 1. So in unit 1, you can see that this unit will last 2 weeks, week 1 and week 2. So we count week 1 next week. This one is an introduction week. And you see the date, right? It will be from September 6th to September 17th. And the value is 12%. How you can get this 12%? So during this unit, you will need to submit unit 1 final task. This represents 7 points out of these 12, right? 7. And you need to submit it through the platform, okay? The deadline also is presented on the platform. Always will be the second week of the unit. 5 points out of these 12, right? You will get through the participation. What is participation? We're going to have virtual sessions. We will have at least 1 virtual session per week. We will have discussion forums. We might have different activities during the session. So you need to complete all the tasks that you have in the study material. Prepare for the virtual session. And on the virtual session, we're going to discuss, you're going to show your understanding. You can clarify your doubts, ask questions, study material. You can find it in every unit, so you can download it. It is provided in the PDF format. If you click it on here, you can find the complete study material. You will find the necessary readings and tasks that must be completed during this unit. So this study is divided into different sections. Each section must be completed before the corresponding Zoom. This material is divided into 2 sections. So this is the same thing. What is in PDF, the same in the Word document. I have provided Word document just in case if you want to complete this material in your computer. If you want to print it, you can use PDF, well, or Word document. You can print it and you can do it on the printed sheets. You can also take notes and do your tasks in the notebook. So this corresponds to week 1. You need to do it before our next session. Now our next session, I will tell you when it is going to be in a minute, okay? So, and this material should be done before the second week of the unit 1. So I think this unit, you don't have extra readings, but sometimes you might have extra readings. So you need to pay attention to what task it belongs. And of course, as I mentioned, we will have at least 1 Zoom session every week. And you might have forums in the platform where you will share ideas. Sometimes I will tell you, okay, go to the forum and post this answer or post this definition. Okay, so let's go with the summative task, which is the end of unit task or final task, the way you want to call it. So on Friday, week 2, all the time before 10 p.m., Friday before 10 p.m., you will also always submit final task, okay? So you have this plan, what to do in file. you have some extra information. So maybe you need to watch a video, you need to read the rubric. So the session week 2, we can see like details and instructions. So if you have some questions about instructions, you can prepare. You will submit it here. So this is the final task that will have the value of 7. In the avisos, you can find also the assessment, how you will be assessed. So you already know you have 7 units, each 12%, and the total you will get 84, the maximum. And unit 8 has the value of 16%. So let's see it, what it is. It says mandatory. So if you do all of this and you do not do it, you do not pass the course. It's mandatory. You should do it. The end of course task will be at the end of the course. So you have to do it. So this is final assignment that is worth 16 points of overall grade. However, there are some other things that you need to remember. In order to be eligible to participate in this assignment, you must get at least. So it means that I might not give you permission to do this task. Why? Because if you see that we have 7 units and each unit final task, end of unit task is how much? 7, right? And the participation, every unit participation, you will get 5, right? The maximum. So that tells us that 7 multiply 7, because we have 7 units. The total is 49, right? The maximum, it's excellent, right? So minimum, you need to get 35. So all 7 units, if you do not get 35, you do not get permission to do this. Okay? So the same for participation. The maximum is 35. Every unit 5, multiply 7, 35. Minimum 25. That gives us 60. And you say, oh, if I get 60, 60 is the grade that I can pass the course. No. Okay. 60 is the one that you have a permission to do this final task. So when you do this final task, you need to get at least 8 points out of 16 points. At least 8. Okay. So the minimum that you will get will be 68, the minimum. Okay, so it is paramount importance to highlight the fact that as BA student, you cannot pass the course by only completing, if you think, oh, but I can complete only these 49 and do just 2 sessions. I will come just to 2 sessions. No, if you come only to 2 sessions, you fail by having absences. Okay. So that's another thing that we'll discuss about the absence. So you cannot pass the number of absences. Or I will just come here and just do 1 or 2 tasks. No, you cannot do. If you do not do this number of tasks to get these grades, and remember that not always you will get 7. It depending on your quality of the work. So you might get 5, 3, or so, well, depending on the quality, right? And well, so this is mandatory. You must complete the final assignment and get at least 8. Okay, so that's very important. Okay, any questions? Okay, so let's see here. Okay, it is expected from the student to attend all the Zoom sessions, be on time, all the Zoom sessions. Okay. So you will have 5 minutes of tolerance, but if you come really late, I will not let you in. Okay, so you need to be sure that you do not come in the middle of the session. You will get absence, right? Have cameras on. This is very important, as I will be checking your cameras. And obviously, if I do not see you, you are absent for me, okay? So type your full name as soon as you enter. This is very important. Don't forget it, because I do not know your names. And later you can say, oh, teacher, I was in the session, but I forgot to type my name. I do not know if it's true. I might believe you first time, Okay, but you need to get this custom. Okay, in teachers Lana's class, I need to type name. You can remember each other. Hey guys, please type your name. So this will be the attendance list for me, especially for the beginning of the course. And obviously I need to see you, right? When you participate. Be ready to review the study material in the session. Okay, you need to, study material should be completed before the sessions. All activities answered in the study material that correspond to that week. Okay, your understanding is crucial. What does it mean? That you say, oh, Selena, can you send me your answers, please? I don't have time to read the materials. Just give me the answers. So that can be okay for you, but when I ask questions, you will be lost. You will not show your understanding because you're just copied answers and you do not understand them. Okay, so I will be checking that. Ask questions if there are any doubts. Please, during the session, do that. Okay, don't be shy. We can always discuss your doubts. Answer questions related to the topic, either tutor or classmates ask you. Show effort and responsibility during the semester, please, okay? And if you have to leave session, please notify your tutor. Try to find a comfortable, distraction-free space. Please keep your audio mute until you want to speak. If I do not see your message and you want to ask question, please, or raise your hand or just unmute. Teacher, you didn't see, I ask you to participate. So if I don't see the feature, raise your hand, and I continue, or somebody else is participating and you don't, so then you can unmute your microphone. Or you can just write also in the chat, I want to participate, I have a question. But remember that any comments that you have in the chat will be recorded. Always prepare pen and pencil to participate in the study material, right? So you can take notes. Make sure your video is on. We cannot, so we can see you. You can see your happy face. And of course, because your emates and I really miss you, and because it is mandatory. You can miss only 10 hours of the whole course time. How to count your absence? So one Zoom session corresponds to 4 hours of work, which means because you have during the week, each week you have 4 hours, 4 classes. So some hours you will work on the materials, you will do tasks individually. This is individual work, but we'll have one session. But during this session, you will show what you learned during those individual hours. So if you do not come to that session, you will have 4 faltas. Okay, one session for 5. Be sure your webcam is on, because if I do not see you any class, that also will be counted as absent. Okay, I need to see you. If you have any technological issues, please let me know privately, and be sure the problem is fixed before the following session. Okay, so if you have problems, you cannot have these problems every session. Okay, sometimes happens. One, two students will not have cameras on, but it cannot be like every session. Don't worry if somebody is passing by. You have a father who is behind you, or your siblings. Don't worry about it. We should have this empathy, understand that it can happen to anybody. Even I have a son who can come and greet you and ask me a question, and I will attend him. Okay, so I will give him some help. So this about the Zoom session. Yeah, any question, Andrea?
Are we gonna be recorded when we're back to classes?
Yes. Yes, I mentioned that at the beginning. You need to type your name at the beginning. And actually, I will ask you to type your full name at the end of the session, at the beginning and the end of the session, and you will be recorded. This will be provided as an evidence for the institution, okay, for the administration. Okay, so one missing unit task. So if you do not deliver unit task, final task is very important, and it will count as a 4 hours of work. If you cannot attend the Zoom session for any emergency, you have to contact your tutor, preferably before the Zoom meeting. To justify your non-attendance, you will get an extra assignment. Okay, so you will have to do some work. You do the extra task, but it doesn't mean that you will have the class participation. Remember those 5 points that you need to get. You will do extra tasks, but that will be not counting as participation. It will be justification for your absence. This assignment just will eliminate your absence, but not participation in class. A week without notifying the tutor and not giving me reason of absence, tutor will register the number of absences, which is 4 or 5 tasks, and obviously you will get 0. Please mention your name, your full name, and shift, a morning, evening shift, okay, in your email. The email is the best way to contact me. Email you see on the platform, page of the platform, you see my email. The assignment, again, submitted after due date. If you did, you can submit, let's say Friday, you didn't do it, but you do it on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You can do it, but your grade will be affected. Without notifying, you need to let me know. Let's say like Celeste is I'm not going to send the task, but I will do it in 1 week because I'm outside the master plan. Okay, so she notified me, so I will grade her work. So in case you cannot submit your task or attend the Zoom session due to a medical or personal reason, please notify your tutor as soon as possible. I will support you and let you know what to do. Another thing that you need to remember is plagiarism. It is forbidden under all circumstances. Suggestions. You are expected to complete all the tasks in the study materials, make notes, right? Prepare for your sessions. Participate in virtual sessions. Submit your final tasks, right? That you will do during the unit, each unit, second week, right? Of the unit. But in order to have a full credit, you need to do it on time. Okay, you can do it after the deadline. Again, your grade will be affected. If it's 1 week after, it will be 0. Okay, if you do not let me know, you need to let me know. You need to communicate. Next week, we have to complete section 1 of the study material. We will see each other every Thursday at 10 a.m. Okay, this is evening shift, just don't confuse. Okay, 7 p.m. is evening shift. Your shift is in the morning, 10 o'clock, every Thursday. Okay, so then thank you for attending our session.